What going on? Time to address the gorilla in the room. Black people got Stockholm syndrome. That's when you fall in love or you seek the approval of your oppressor. Just hear me out, give me 5 minutes. This white dude put up this post the other day talking about how black people don't have no culture, no history, no language. We the most racist people out there, and all we do is fight and kill each other. And that's sad but true. We so divided that I don't really see a bright future for us. We everything but us. We Egyptians, we Moors, we Democrats, we Muslims, we Cherokee. All while the Arab man come into your neighborhood and set up corner stores and gas stations. The Chinese come in your neighborhood and sell your hair care products and open up restaurants. And the white man own half the property that most of us sleep at night. All while we debate each other about who we is. Like the black Jews. At the end of the day, what's y'all goal? Just to be recognized as Jews? I mean, be for real. You think that the white Jews gonna quit calling themselves Jews because you found out that the original Judeans were people of color? Hell no, Bob. And let's just say that they did. Let's just say the white Jews say, hey, we Khazars, man, we made a mistake and y'all Jews. What's that gonna change? You gonna be labeled as a Jew and in the same position that you in today. And they gonna be labeled as Khazars in the same position that they is today. And let's not forget what happened to the original Semites of this area. The same shit that happened to these people, you dig? Make it make sense. Now we got the Egyptians and the Pan-Africans. These the brothers that call me racist for teaching that we are indigenous to America and that we didn't get off slave ships. But that's a whole nother conversation. I want to know what's y'all whole goal for pushing that slave narrative. Oh, I get it. You want daddy to recognize that you slaves, that you the descendants of slaves so he can pay y'all reparations. But you know who really deserve reparations? These people right here who had their whole city and neighborhood destroyed right here in America, but y'all ain't swept that under the rug to push a false slave narrative. And by the way, you know what happened to the original Kemites that inhabited the land of Egypt? The same shit that happened to these people. You starting to notice a pattern? And the Moors, what's y'all goal? Because it's not like these people gonna give y'all free reign and do whatever the hell y'all want on land that they done captured. Yeah, y'all tax free, but you had to get a 501(c) to do that, which is a permission slip from daddy. You need permission from daddy to be sovereign on land that they took from you. What y'all got going on is the equivalent of somebody coming into your house, killing all your family members except for you, and you saying, yeah, I cool with this as long as y'all let me do what I want on this land. Come on, man, that's Stockholm syndrome. I understand it's a coping mechanism. I understand that black people coping with trauma. That's why we bringing this shit to the forefront, you dig? And don't forget what happened to the original nation of Moors in North Africa. The same shit that happened to these people. And as for the indigenous brothers who want daddy to recognize that we Indian, what's that gonna change? I come from one of the oldest families in South Carolina, the Vonatown, the Edisto, the Etowah, the Wassamasaw. So this shit personal for me, you dig? I watched my family fight for years to try to become recognized, only for them to recognize part of the family in the early 2000s. But what did that change? South Carolina still got one of the lowest education rates, one of the highest poverty rates, and one of the highest crime rates. But you know what we got? A certificate from daddy. And don't forget what happened to the original Edisto Indians. The same shit that happened to these people. Point is, here at the 40-ton gorilla, we don't care what y'all call yourselves. We understand that black people are indigenous to the planet. Our goal is to teach where we came from so we can realize how we got to the point where we at today, where black people don't own no wealth, there's hardly no predominantly black, wealthy or middle class neighborhoods. We kill each other at such high rates, our education is so low and our poverty is so high. We don't discriminate on our own, so we show a multitude of communities, like the Yamasee Moors, who was responsible for a lot of my education growing up, or the Washita Moors, who I watched build a nation from the ground up in the 1990s, or Brother Ben Israel of the Hebrew Israelites, who built a great community in Florida, or these people of Tulsa, Oklahoma, who built one of the dopest communities in America, and they just been black Christians. Our goal is to inspire y'all to recreate these communities, but y'all too focused on getting daddy to recognize our individual groups that we can never stabilize enough to control wealth, economy, and property. Our goal should be freedom, not getting daddy to solve our identity crisis. We can identify as whatever the hell we want, but the only way to make the world recognize your identity is to rise from the ashes and seize control of your community. Like I said, black people got Stockholm syndrome. That's a coping mechanism. Don't shoot me, Bob, I'm just a messenger.